Hi, I'm Jim Vossen. Join me Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Seaside Sand City television show here on KYMB, Comcast Cable Channel 19, and over the air at 27.1. Brought to you in part by the Seaside Sand City Chamber of Commerce. That's Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Seaside Sand City television show. Welcome back to the Seaside Sand City television show here on KYMB Comcast Channel 19, over the air at 27.1, and in the Fresno area at 33.4. Yeah, 33.4. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. This is the owner of this fine television station and quite a few others. We're going to talk a little bit about this station because you're watching this station. Yes. And this is Gary Cocola.
Jim, thank you for having me. This is fun. We haven't done this since the Monterey Bay Morning Show.
No, and I don't want you to think that I set this up because the timing is where I'm about to send you the invoice for the chamber. You know what I mean?
It's okay.
I don't want.
It's okay.
Don't want to throw that at you.
We need more people to belong to the Chamber of Commerce.
And we got a few things that are happening there down the road, but let's talk a little bit about you and this station.
Well, thank you very much for that. Really, I guess we're going in now to our 5th year on the air.
5th year on the air.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We've been on the air here in Monterey. We started out, as you remember, with the movies. This TV, from MGM, and then along came MeTV, and we put that on our second channel. They call it the .2.
.2.
And we were doing so well with this network in Fresno that we said, you know what, MeTV should be on the .1 so we get Comcast cable.
You were doing so well with MeTV
in Fresno. Yeah, we have.
You said this TV. I just wanted to correct you.
Sorry, MeTV.
No, it's okay.
MeTV in Fresno. We were
show you that
so
I listened to you.
You got me confused now. We were doing so well with MeTV in Fresno, which is this network that's on our station here, that we moved it over to the .1. Yeah. And, of course, that meant that poor Jim and the morning show had to go
It's all right.
away.
I needed the break. It worked. Thank you very much. But you know what's interesting is that I know why MeTV is more popular than the MGM movie channel. I know why. Okay.
Tell me why.
Well, okay, there's a couple of factors. Okay. Number one, the old shows that people can watch here. Yes, a couple of the shows are available on another channel. They can find them, but there's a lot of the shows that are on MeTV that you can't find at other places. People want to feel comfortable. And so there's regularity in that. In other words, they know that at a certain time their show is on.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they feel comfortable with that. Whereas the MGM movie channel, who knows what movie is what?
Exactly.
And you really can't gauge it.
You had to watch the movie channel, you had to make a 2-hour commitment. Where now you just want to watch a half-hour show on MeTV, you watch a half hour and go away.
Yeah, unless it's an hour program.
Unless it's an hour show.
Yeah,
but you know what? It really is sad that a lot of the folks don't have DVRs, digital video recorders. Now, Comcast offers them, and I think it's an extra $15 a month. Yeah. But you can record all of the shows and then play them back whenever you want to play them back. Now, do you have a DVR?
Well, I have a digital video recorder. In fact, I'm recording this at home right now.
Oh, okay. Now, so are you recording it from Comcast, or are you recording it? How are you recording it?
I'm recording it from over cable.
Okay, all right. Then
so
you have it.
I have a DVD recorder that we use for down. Yeah, I changed the little channel. I have a separate converter box for that DVD recorder.
See, now a lot of folks who are probably watching today are very confused by that.
Oh, sorry.
No, well, it goes back to the days when there were video recorders on tape, and 12 o'clock would always flash on the VCR. They didn't know how to set the clock.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know you know this. Of course, it only lasted when we had VCRs, but I invented a little black label tape they could put over that.
Well, you know, that's my fasten your seatbelt sign won't go away now, even though I fasten my seatbelt.
Oh, it won't go away?
So I put a little black tape over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It worked out really well. In fact, I might have got that idea from you.
Well, I don't. Let me tell you, I'm in the habit of putting, for a long time I wasn't putting the seatbelt on, but I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
It's...
And do you drive the speed limit?
Sure. Don't we all?
I would,
No,
I was talking to a very young man who had just had his 18th birthday and got a speeding ticket.
Oh.
And I said to him, for the rest of your life, if you always drive the speed limit, you'll never, ever get another speeding ticket.
Now, the other thing you could have told him, it's too bad he didn't get it when he was 17.
He did get it when he was 17.
Oh, he got the ticket when he was 17.
He's 18 now.
18 now, but see, when he's 17, it's juvenile. I think it changes a little bit.
Well, what was really sad, he was telling me the story. He was coming back from Las Vegas driving, and he got the ticket in Barstow. And he had to take his father all the way from Fresno down to Barstow to appear in the traffic court.
So was he driving from Fresno by Las Vegas
by
himself?
He was with a friend driving from Las Vegas back to Fresno. And,
but how much? He was going over the speed limit quite a bit, I'm sure.
I think he said maybe 10 miles an hour over.
Yeah, well, that's kind of borderline. I'm usually, if there's a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit, if you set your thing to 70, as long as you're not zooming past a bunch of people, you should be okay.
Do you have the Highway Patrol as a member of this chamber?
No, I don't. I don't know how to get them there.
Because you would probably have a guest and get some insight.
Well, we have the Highway Patrol, the guy who, he's the public spokesman. He's on your town all the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you should ask him that question.
Yeah.
How much can you really drive over the speed limit?
Did you ever do a ride-along?
No, I never have.
I'd
like to.
I did that one time in a little town, a little city called Rio Vista. It's across the Antioch Bridge. Mm-hmm. It's in Solano County, right across from Antioch. I won't make a long story short. I somehow became friends with them after whatever, and became friends with the chief and the assistant chief, and they offered. I was doing radio up then. Took me on a ride along, and it was kind of interesting because although scary as heck, we were doing fine. We were just driving along, and the next thing you know, this car passes us. It's on Highway 4. And he makes a quick U-turn, and next thing you know, his speed limit is like 110 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
I'm going, So
can they do that here in Monterey? Can you do a ride-along here?
I don't know. Maybe.
That'd be fun.
Probably interesting deal. But it was interesting. He gets out, and he goes to talk to them, and he comes back to me. He says, well, they were this much over. He says, should I give them a ticket or let you decide?
Really?
Yeah. I said, well, were they nice people? He said, yeah, I'll give them a break. So he gave them a break.
Wow, just a warning this time.
But he told me about that, if you stay, if you're like, depending on if you're doing, it's a 65 zone, if you're doing 70, they're not going to pull you over for that.
For 70?
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Does it upset you
unless you're passing everybody?
Does it upset you when you're going pretty close to the speed limit and a car goes by you about 20 miles an hour faster? I mean, they just zip by you. Does that bother you?
You know what? It doesn't. That one doesn't bother me as much as tailgaters. I have this problem with people I don't understand, and in the morning show, I used to always, it was a big pet peeve of mine. They get up and they sit on somebody's bumper. Don't understand that.
You can see them in their rearview mirror.
Yeah,
putting on their makeup,
something like that, And but anyway, I don't understand that rationale of I keep always a fairly good distance. I don't,
do not tailgate.
Do not tailgate.
Do not speed.
Yeah. But, how else do you get in an accident when you're on a highway and you have 3 lanes or 4 lanes and you're all going the same direction? How can you have an accident there unless somebody's...
Good point.
How else?
Good point.
So, all right. What else to say? So that's talking about that and everything, about traffic and stuff. Yeah. When's the last time you got a ticket? Or should I ask?
It's been quite a while, but I was on my way to the Monterey Airport.
Monterey, from here or from?
From the house.
Oh, from the, okay.
And I came up to the stop sign. There was a car in front of me. And the car pulled away, and I just kind of creeped through the stop sign and made a right turn.
Oh, that's called a California stop?
California stop.
Yeah.
And I guess I was guilty,
Yeah.
And it was $200 and some in traffic school.
Was it? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, you went to traffic school.
I did the internet.
Well, what's $200?
That was still the fine. There was a fine and traffic school.
Wait, well, but I thought you go to traffic school to get out of the ticket.
No, I don't think so, because I still had to pay. I did. Still had to pay, and so it doesn't go on your license.
On your record.
Or on your record.
Right.
You go to traffic school and you don't get a point.
Okay. All right.
But you still paid the fine.
Now,
So I stop at all the stop signs now. In fact, Juliana says, make sure you stop.
Yeah.
And I do.
Now, you know who doesn't stop at stop signs? And that's another pet peeve of mine?
Who?
A lot of bicycle riders. Not,
Oh, yes.
Not that all of them do it, of course,
Yeah.
but quite a few bicycle guys just zoom right through stop signs. Now, I got to tell you, if I'm driving a car and I'm on the other side and I zoom at the same time, who's going to lose? I don't understand that. Anyway. All right, but let's see what we got. Gary Cocola from Cocola Broadcast, the owner of this station, member of the Seaside Sand City Chamber of Commerce. We are going to take a little break. We'll come back, wrap him up, and then hopefully our guest at 1:30 should be here and hopefully look a little different than he. We'll be right back.
The 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year is Ram 1500, and Cal is offering fantastic savings on this award-winning truck. The Ram 1500 has hard-charging power with easygoing economy and is best in class for city and highway MPG. Motor Trend Truck of the Year, massive power, best in class gas mileage. Cal's not crazy, but you might be if you pass on this deal. Cal's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, in the middle of the Seaside Auto Center. Military, see us first.
Hello, welcome to Alberto's Restaurant. Come on in. At Alberto's, you will have a new experience at great Italian dining. We have fantastic pasta dishes like fettuccine alfredo and eggplant parmesan, and you have to come in and try the chicken marsala and the calamari con limone. I take great pride in everything I prepare, and I know you will love it. And what's dinner without a little wine? At Alberto's, we have a great selection of wines to go with your dinner.
Alberto's Restaurante in Pacific Grove.
Come and see us tonight. Salud. Salud.
All right, welcome back to the Seaside, for a long time I was saying Monterey Bay Morning Show, Seaside Sand City Television Show.
It happens.
Brought to you in part by the Seaside Sand City Chamber of Commerce. I'm Jim Vossen, V as in Victor, O-S-S-E-N. This is show number 5, and my guest for this first half is Gary Cocola. And we went off track a little bit.
We did, but it was fun.
Let's talk a little bit about Channel 19.
Okay, before we do that,
Yes.
though, I want to, first of all, say hello to Don Bowen.
Oh, Don Bowen. Hi, Don. How are you doing?
Because this used to be Don's slot
right.
on
Yes.
Wednesdays from 1 to 2, and he was a little under the weather, and so you came in to take the place of Mr. Bowen and around town, right?
Yes.
But, you know, I noticed on the way over today, because I was going to DVR the show at home, and it still says Around Town with Don Bowen.
Oh.
It doesn't say the Seaside Sand City Television Show.
Should I call Juliana?
Well, actually, I've already emailed Catherine. Catherine Nagel, whose job it is to keep up with that stuff. But it usually takes about 3 weeks or 4 weeks to get that into the people who make the change on Comcast's screen.
Now, I think we've also done some. We don't take calls, but for somebody like Don Bowen someday, you have. I think this phone is forwarded now.
We
to
can
you, is that
fix
right?
it. Yes,
that's right.
but we can fix it so you can talk.
I know how to do that.
Well, you could call out to Don right now.
I could, but I'm not going to right now. Well, I will warn him ahead of time. What if I catch him in the middle of something?
Well, hopefully he's.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how we could know if he's watching, though.
Oh.
If he dialed 831-375-1919 right now, we'd hear the phone ring just one ring.
See. Oh, one ring. Oh, very good.
And then we'd know that Don was watching. Don, are you out there watching? Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
It does that.
Oh, I know it does. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because it's call forwarded.
Yes,
right?
I got it. I was talking. Who was I talking with the other day? I was talking to somebody downstairs about a phone that I had when I was 16.
Yeah.
Remember, we were talking about mobile phones at one time, cell phones, and I don't know if I told you, but I had one time a card dialer. Did you have one of those?
A card dialer, yes.
Dialer.
A little plastic
thing.
You pushed it in.
You punched the holes up.
Yes.
I had one of those in 1966.
Oh,
I was
my
16
goodness.
years old.
Yeah. When I was in the produce business, I used to use that to dial my my
push a button and you go
clients.
click, 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 click,
Yep,
click, click,
yep,
click.
yeah, that was great.
You knew you were cool when you had one of those.
Do you know that I found my two original cell phones in storage, and I
Cell
pulled
phones
them.
or mobile phones?
No, the mobile phone, you saw
right,
that.
yeah,
that
the
was the
suitcase
JRJS,
Yeah.
JL, okay. But I found my original big, huge,
We call them the brick.
was bigger than a brick. It was
brick.
like the original cell phone.
Yeah.
And then I found the brick, the NEC. One was Motorola, that was the big one.
Uh-huh.
And then the brick was the next model.
Oh,
so
like
I pulled them
Panasonic
out
or
now, and
something.
I'm going to put them in an antique
Oh.
case.
You got an antique
have
case?
you saved all your old cell phones?
I was just thinking, I bet your antique
I'm an
case-
antique.
Your antique case would be pretty full, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
well, lots of
I'm
antiques.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
No, but I have a few old things. I was downstairs. I have one of those. What did they used to call? R2D2. It was a robot thing that had an 8-track tape in it.
Oh, my
Remember
goodness.
that? And it would ask you a question.
Jim, do
and
you know
put-
how many people don't know what 8-track tape is?
Yeah, 8-track.
Even cassettes are kind of out of it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I was thinking about that the other day. I was driving along. I'm playing my CD player. And I don't know if it was that CD or whatever, but I'd go over a little bump.
It starts
and,
skipping.
And doing that.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen with the cassette.
Well, now no more
I-
CDs
give me-
either. Everything now is whatever it is, your iPhone plugged into the car
I'm not going that far.
Bluetooth.
I'm not going
and-
that far. Thanks.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, technology is unbelievable. What's
all right.
happened?
So this channel here. This
Yes,
is channel 19.
KYMB channel.
yeah.
And now if you have an antenna,
Yes.
you'll get this TV on 27.2. You'll get QVC shopping on 27.3. And then we have 2 new music video channels. We have 27.4, which is Zeus Latino, and then we have Zeus Country on 27.5.
Zeus Country?
Zeus Country. In
Now,
fact,
is that American country or?
no, it's music videos, country music videos, and the company that
But
sends
is
us
it
the
English
videos.
or Spanish?
No, the Zeus 27.4 is Latino. That's Latin music.
I
or
see.
Hispanic music.
Oh, okay.
Music videos,
I
and then
see.
27.5 is Zeus Country,
Zeus Country.
and that's all country videos, and that right here for free if you have an antenna.
I have an antenna.
Yeah, antennas
course,
are
unless
coming
they're-
back. Do you know that? People are cutting the cord because cable and satellite
Yeah,
have
well, let's
gotten
not have them
so
cut-
expensive.
Let's not have them cut it too far because I'm still downstairs on amp.
Oh, that's right. Oop. Sorry about that. But they are
Yeah.
doing that, It's gotten so expensive.
Now, what we should have is,
Yeah.
what amp should have? They should have a low power channel themselves.
I talked to Paul about that.
Yeah.
We've got a stream for them. We can put them on our other channel, 19, over at Mount
let's-
Toro, and they could be on. In fact, we'd love to see them on over the air, so people
Over the air.
with an antenna
Yeah.
could get the channel.
And they don't have to get that dish.
They don't have to get dish. They don't have to get direct.
I'm not. I'm curious about something. Now, dish obviously is a dish.
Yes.
How's direct done? Is that the same thing?
Same thing.
Oh, same
yeah.
thing. Okay.
Different model dish, but
I see.
you have
Okay.
to have the little dish.
All right.
And of course, and now in Monterey, there's AT&T UVerse.
Right.
So now we're not carried
No.
on UVerse, but if you,
But public access channel 24 is.
Yeah.
We're there.
yeah, well, that's because it's public access. But we're a commercial station, and so far, they haven't put MeTV Monterey on. They've got MeTV from Chicago
Oh, do they?
on AT&T UVerse,
Oh.
but they haven't put us on. They have to switch out Chicago's feed for our feed. It's the network feed, they call it.
Oh, okay.
And, that's all political to get all that
Yeah.
stuff carried locally.
Is that a technical problem that would be hard to do?
No, it's
Oh.
just, from what they tell me at AT&T, it's very costly for them to put a local channel on. It costs them $100,000 plus
You're kidding.
to have the equipment to put the local channel
Can they
on.
hire just a little squirrel or
I
something?
would think that,
try that thing?
I mean, I'd be happy to go over Dave and I and
Yeah.
hook it up for them, but they told us $100,000 is what their cost is to carry us. And I don't know whether that was a hint that they wanted us to write a check. I don't know, but anyway, that's what happens in the TV business.
Maybe you could end in payments over like maybe a 300-year period.
If anyone would like to email me, it's info@kymbtv.com.
You don't have your own name on there?
No. Juliana wouldn't let me do that. It's just
Really?
info.
Info.
Yeah. That way she gets to see them before I do.
Okay.
Because that's her
Oh,
email address.
I see. Okay.
info@KYMB-TV. Now, you have an email address. You're Jim at MontereyTelevision.com.
Well, Jim at Monterey Television. I'm also Jim at SeasideSandCityChamber.org.
But that's a long one. Jim at SeasideSandCityChamber.org. That's
well, you know.
Jim at Monterey Television. Well, that's...
I have Jim at Monterey Radio. I have Monterey Radio.
That's easier, and you get them both. You get all three.
Well, I shouldn't talk about that, but Hal Ginsberg owns 540 AM.
Is he still?
Yeah, they haven't switched yet. No, he's still there. He does the morning show. Well, he has started up a thing called Radio Monterey.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, it'd be a nasty thing to do. Go out and do a DBA of that.
Have you had Hal as a guest? Is he a member of the chamber?
No, he's not. No, he won't. No, he won't join anything.
He won't?
No, he hasn't even joined the American Society yet. He's okay. No, I was on his show a while back. We talked about the Measure K and Measure. Actually, I think it was before the measures. I think and such. Yeah.
You were on the show.
On his morning show. He doesn't.
Now has Hal? No, not Hal. Has Saul Levine taken over KNRY 1240 AM?
Not yet. No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Now have you met him, Saul?
No.
Do you know he's 88 years old?
He's 88. Boy, he's got an antique library of
stuff. I bet. Yes, Salt's bought...
He probably got one of those phones.
He probably has one of the cranks. KNRY, where Jim used to run the show, and when we met, KNRY 1240 AM. What did you call that?
Which one?
Community radio?
Community radio for the Central Coast. Well, historic.
Historic.
At first it was historic news talk. Then we kind of dropped out the news talk. It was kind of a bunch of stuff, you know. Well, we're not done yet. I want to get a couple more things about MeTV. Now you have what's called Mundo Fox. Is that right?
We have Mundo Fox on channel over the air, channel 19, not to be confused with cable channel 19. It's over the air 19. 19.1 is Mundo Fox. That's Fox in Spanish. From the Fox network, and then that's on Comcast Cable 193, way up there, 193.
I thought it was 191.
No, 193.
Oh, I could have sworn okay, because I saw it up there. Okay,
that's where Feliciano. You know who Feliciano is. That's our account executive for Mundo Fox.
Yeah.
And I think he's over in Salinas right now, canvassing the market, trying to get advertisers. You know, getting advertisers.
Bring some canvas with him?
Yes, he does. He does that.
Are you not taking a 3-day off for
no, well, he might have taken today off. I know that Dave took today off, today and Friday, because of the holiday.
Now, you're kind of into that. You've been around a long time. I'm going to have fun with our next guest, because I like office stuff.
Is she here?
Yeah, I believe she's here. Yeah,
okay.
So, Ron gave me the eye.
Oh, good. Gave you the eye.
Yeah, it always gives me, And, I've loved office stuff. Are you kind of an office guy?
I like office stuff, too. Yeah, I really do. I'm kind of a kook when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I file all my papers away, and you know, do you keep a really neat desk, or do you have a lot of papers on your desk?
Well,
because I'm not a real neat papers on the desk guy.
I know where everything is.
Yeah, me too.
I know where everything is. You know, Mary Lou gets upset because my place is a mess. You know, and
that means they say that if you have a disorganized desk, you're a very organized person.
There's something about that.
Somebody said that. I don't know, but that's what I heard.
But I'm one of those guys that had, like, for instance, many years ago, because I used to keep, when I was doing on public access television, I had a show. I had little half-size binders, and I used reinforced binder paper.
Oh, wow.
Instead of putting those, the whole things on there. So, if you go in now, I don't know if anybody knows what reinforced binder paper is. I don't think you can find it.
I don't know.
Probably a special
Hey, you better get me out of here.
I'm going to get you out of here. Okay. Anyway, this is the Seaside Sand Television Show. I could sit here and talk with Gary all day long where we have fun. And we will be back in just a moment. And hopefully I'm going to pronounce her name right. I've been doing this all I'm working on it. Did you see the spelling of it?
I did not.
Okay. All right. It's Lopicolo. Now yours is Gary Cocola, so that's not that. So I don't know if that, we'll find out
Cocola,
if it's Italian or something. Is it?
I bet she is Italian.
She is?
But
Okay.
I would
don't know.
think with a name like that,
and
it sounds
Lindsay's
Italian.
her first name.
Okay,
All right.
well, let's meet
We're
Lindsay.
I'm going to meet her.
Okay. Well, I'm going to meet her on the way out.
All right, you can meet her on the way out. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Thanks, Jim.
All right.
Seaside Auto Center in Seaside. Only in Seaside will you find Acura, Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Ford, GMC, Honda, Infiniti, Jaguar, Jeep, Land Rover, Lexus, Lincoln, Nissan, Porsche, Ram, Scion, Subaru, Toyota, and Volvo. More models to choose from and better deals at Seaside Auto Center. Easy to find off Highway 1 in Seaside. Seaside Auto Center. Online at seasideautodealers.com.
When I think about Italy, I think about the food, the wine, the unforgettable experience. It's all right here on Old Fisherman's Wharf.
Welcome to Isabella's.
Authentic Italian with a world-class experience.
Right this way.
I'll take this Monterey County Chardonnay.
Excellent choice.
I'll have the Cipino.
The pasta Isabella looks wonderful. I'll try that.
Family recipes, an amazing view. Isabella's, a teeny shake signature restaurant on Old Fisherman's Wharf.